Welcome to Deep Thought. The right timing is beneficial. The right timing. I'm going to tell you what. And see, this is just something for y'all to think about. You know how we do on this channel. We philosophize. We think about stuff. In most cases, there's no right or wrong. It's just how you think about it. And I was thinking about the right timing because have you ever, okay, let me use a relationship example. Everybody can relate to that, especially some of the fellas. You know, you ever be in some social circle or some place and you want to meet that woman? And you might even do that approach. You might approach her, be like, hey, how you doing? And she like, I ain't doing fine. She pissed off and everything, right? You know, she acting funky. She just outright rejects you. And you might think it's personal, but she just went through some stuff that day. This was like one of those days. She had some personal family issues, nothing to do with you, right? But it was just a bad time to approach, you know? And all I would say, somebody would say, how would I know? You got to read her. And check out my men's channel. You just got to read her body language, everything, right? But what it come down to for purposes of this video is you just didn't have the right timing. Now, that same woman, same social circle, but it's a different day, different circumstances. You approach. She's very receptive. She's feeling good. And I'm going to tell you what, I was thinking about that. Sometimes stuff come down to timing. And yeah, you could say that, but it's kind of annoying too because it takes a whole lot of experience to know when to think it might be the right time. And then it still might not be because it's kind of out of your control because you don't know all the other stuff. You know, it's tough. It's tough. You don't have any real control over it, but you think about it. Like, I remember there's been some times I've made a move or did something, and it was usually a time I didn't feel like doing it, right? Remember I met a new friend at the gym and, well, acquaintance right now. And it was, like I said, same social situation, but I was like, yeah, I met this nice person, you know, well, it's a woman, come on, it's me, yo. And I was just like, wow, I almost didn't want to go today. Oh, man. You know? Or it could be a business opportunity or something. You might just be in the right place, the right time, and just see something. And you just be like, oh, okay. But then you think about it, it's like, well, what if I wasn't there? You know? Just having the time. And now you can get an idea about when to do something, when not to move. If you could truly get in touch with your intuition. But a lot of that is just having the experience, being able to read a situation. And even then, it's still, a lot of it can still be out of your control. Like if you have good intuition, you go with your gut instinct, and which actually, on a deeper level, let me just go on a brief tangent. That's actually taught on some corporate levels, having that gut instinct, but they don't advertise it. But, you know, but think about it though. You just develop it and, you know, develop the intuition and you just go with it. And it was just the right time. You ever have that or, shoot. Like I'll tell you what, sometimes the timing, here's another example. It can be out of your control though. I remember I had a parking ticket. So some type of traffic ticket way back in the day, right? And the funny thing is, right, I was ready to fight that ticket. I had evidence and everything. So, okay, we're in traffic court and the way it's set up, everybody's in a room and you have just one guy in there, man or woman in there, and they're adjudicating everything. And I remember, you know, we going around, the guy before me was being real problematic, like real problematic to the adjudicator. And, you know, by the time they finished that, it was my turn. The adjudicator was like, look, man, you just forgive it. But I was like, I'm up there trying to fight that. I'm like, because I did all this preparation. He was like, I'm letting it go. You know, it was like, I'm letting it go. But I had the right timing right there. What if I didn't really have a strong argument? But I would have still got out of it. Another way of putting it is just being in the right place at the right time. And it's great, but like I said, it can be annoying because it's hard to control. It's hard to know. You can know yourself and you can prepare. There's a saying that luck is just preparation. Being in the right place, right time, you have to prepare to be there. Yes, you can prepare, but even then, it's stuff out of your control. Like, let's use these YouTube streets. What if people can work hard, but it could be some random clip that they're not thinking about that goes viral. Like, I've had that several times, even before getting on YouTube. With some articles. It'd be just something I'm not even thinking about, but then it just taps into something, And it's like I ain't having any control because there's plenty of times I've written an article or did a video and I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to be it. Nobody watches it. Then it'd be something I'm not even thinking about. And it's a big thing. And, but it's like just the right place, the right time, everything. And I would just say this, it's beneficial. It's beneficial to have it because you're benefiting from having the right timing. And like I said, it's out of control. A lot of it's out of your control. But what did I touch on briefly? I'll finish up talking about this. You got to prepare for that moment. You got to work hard, do everything, right? Wait, let me get some water. It's always early in the morning, y'all. Whenever y'all hear that, understand something. If I get a full meal or something, I'll be all right. But anyway, when you have, any like YouTube creator that gets real big, people don't really see how much work they had to do to prepare for that right time and being in the right place. You got to actually prepare for it. It's not going to be a situation in most cases, you ain't going to just bop along and all of a sudden everything fall into place. You still have to prepare for it. You got to prepare for that moment, almost to the point where you really create that right timing. Because you preparing, you getting yourself together, you working on whatever craft you have, you making the connections, you're doing the work. So then when you're ready, is there. In fact, I'll end with this example. When I was back in high school, I was in a play. I was in a play. Well, it was like a Christmas show, and we would have skits. Now, I remember at first I was just watching them practice because I was cool with the director. But then the director said, hey, you want to get in here for this? Boom. All right, fine. But then different stuff kept happening and he kept giving me parts. Like somebody major didn't show up for a rehearsal and the director didn't play that. And I was just like, oh, I can do that. It was like, oh, okay. I was prepared. And then he gave me more parts. And that was a dear mentor. He's actually helped me to be in this position. So, but I was the right place, right time. So it's beneficial. Now, best you can do is just prepare for that moment. You have to prepare, all right? And even then, it's still some other stuff outside of you, but be prepared to take advantage of anything that could possibly happen. Having that right time, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.